coming in with an outstanding 5 IWGP Heavyweight Championship reigns, 2 G1 climaxes, 2 New Japan Cups, and Match of the Year candidates throughout the last few years, and just shy of 33 years old is the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. Just from those accolades alone, and not from the mountains I haven't even named myself, he is widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time. He's called the Ace of Japan. He's considered a god amongst all of those in the professional wrestling industry when it comes to having great matches. He's one of the most consistent when it comes to having great matches. When you talk about your 5-star classics, you'll find it very hard to find, if not many lists, that have Kazuchika Okada on there at least 5 or 10 different times. He is without a doubt the pinnacle of New Japan Pro Wrestling. But today we're not going to be just gloating about how he's the ace and just how great he is. Today we're going to be looking at Kazuchika Okada and exactly what he is. About a week ago on this channel, I made a video called Kazuchika Okada is Overrated and One-Dimensional. A 17-minute video where I describe my gripes and issues with the Kazuchika Okada character, his flaws, and why I think it should be called out. While yes, I do agree that he is a tremendous wrestler, I think his character has a lot of holes in it that is often plugged by wrestling fans who mask that because he can have a 40-minute epic match with just about anybody. One thing wrestling fans are not ready to accept just yet is the fact that Kazuchika Okada, while he is the ace, he is also the most overexposed on the entire roster. Going into New Japan Cup 2020, there was a lot of people I wanted to see win this cup, and one of those guys was Hiromu Takahashi. And this man was knocked out in the semifinal round, which made me pretty mad, and I'm sure a lot of you were not pretty happy about that either. Going into the finals of New Japan Cup 2020, Okada finds himself facing Evil. And while Evil has beaten Okada before, Okada has beaten Evil on the other 3 occasions. Their first match being in G1 Climax 27, that being Evil's first and only victory over the Rainmaker. It had me thinking, what does Evil have to do to beat Okada again? Obviously, he's beaten them once, he can do it again, but there's something to be said where if you do it once, but you fail multiple times over, there's obviously something you personally are doing wrong. And I can't just point that out to Evil. We have to look at the metrics and the analytics behind this situation. From July 2015 to July 2020, Kazuchika Okada has been involved in many singles matches. However, he has only lost 19 of those singles matches. That's pretty impressive, which means that of the likely close to 100 matches, the average is really high in him winning. And that's not just because all of his opponents suck, it's because Kazuchika Okada is a robot. Of course, I mean that metaphorically, but I also mean that in the sense that Kazuchika Okada is one of those guys who has a strategy, uses it to his advantage, and is able to defeat his opponents week in and week out. Only 13 men can say they have actually slain Okada within the last 5 years. And going into his match with Evil in the New Japan Cup Finals, I want to know, how do these men go about beating Okada? It's not very often we see this happen. In the year 2019, only 3 men have beaten Kazuchika Okada: Jay White, Sanada, and Kota Ibushi. And Kazuchika Okada has obviously had more than 3 matches in that 1 year. Which asks the question, what did they do in order to beat Okada? And that's what we're going to analyze in this video. We're going to go through the multiple matches Okada's had over the last 5 years, analyze what his opponents did in order to beat him, and break it down and map out a formula for just how to beat the Rainmaker.